It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Dreadnoughts leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Desperados. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them now in his 8th year in the NFL.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 15 carries, 59 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Here's a give up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Mooney. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive now. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Dumps it off to Lewis. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dreadnoughts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They run with Thomas. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now Thomas. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dreadnoughts offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. When you look at this defense, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Able to find Gray here. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
They'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Now, that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously, no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Austin's offense ready to go again. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That ball complete. It's a rookie from Oklahoma. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Back to throw. Mooney. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it fourth down. And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Back out comes San Antonio. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. First and 10 upcoming. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 25-yard line.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They run with Lewis out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lewis. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Shotgun handoff for Lewis. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Second down and 4. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. points as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
A wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there took 6 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Mooney throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Looking to throw. Mooney. His throw incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Mooney. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Mooney. A throw right side here going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Dreadnoughts offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. Finding Gray on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Over the middle here to Brown. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Austin's offense ready to go again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 7. This is Thomas. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mooney. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Brown. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Slot man moves right. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Mooney. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Desperado.
On 1st down. It's Thomas, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Back out comes San Antonio. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 22.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Lewis. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Steps away to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started in the place dubbed America's Finest City, San Diego, California, where you see the final score there. The Golden Eagles don't want to fall into a deep hole this early, so a good win there ups their record to 3-4. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So a good catch there. I think I could see him making a lot of catches with this team. He fits well, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Anyone who can get downfield, as this guy can, and go up and catch the football, you just design plays built for him.
Here's Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going underneath for Lewis. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
In motion left goes a tight end. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Mooney. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And they bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. He's got Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball down the field as well.
He has a 1st first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lewis. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. They toss right to Lewis. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now Lewis here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a give, right side. Casey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dreadnoughts take a 3-touchdown lead.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Austin's offense ready to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his running. And he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They forced the fumble, get the field goal and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Austin's offense ready to go again. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He gets it to Thomas. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Mooney. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in San Antonio. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 55 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They try again with Lewis. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Here's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
They'll run on 1st down. Wilcox. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On 1st down, Wilcox. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilcox. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Up the middle they go. Wilcox. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gray. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Austin's offense ready to go again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Mooney. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 5. And an Austin first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a handoff up the middle. Wilcox. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. 2nd down. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. They'll look to throw here. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Third down and 13. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Mooney. That's caught. It's Malone. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Mooney. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Mooney. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. Oh, what a move. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Mooney. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Operating from the gun. Mooney to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for San Antonio, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Austin, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.